Hi. So, I decided to make a video like this today to talk about some of the challenges that we face as human beings in the world. Why did I want to talk about this? Well, I'll get to that. I'll probably mention that at the end of the video, but it's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and something that I've always wanted to get off my chest. So because of this, since it's a little bit more of a serious video, I'm not going to put too much editing into it. No, like seriously, look, this is me editing the video right now. I'm really not doing anything. But anyway, this is also all just going to be pretty much ad-libbed. I'm really just thinking off the top of my head right now. It's nothing really like super scripted or super, I don't know. There's no thought process to this. This is all just off the top of my head. So what are some of the challenges that we face in our lives? Well, there's a lot of things that we face, and it's different for every single person because every single person was born differently. And sometimes the greatest challenge to other people can sometimes be the easiest thing in the world to others. For some of us, maybe it's financial trouble. Some of us don't have as much money as others do, and some of us aren't as blessed as others are from the beginning. And we take that for granted. One of the biggest prime examples of that is our president. Normally I don't really like to go into politics or, judge other people by how I see it, but it's true, our president kind of flaunts his money as if it means nothing, but it's something that we really do take for granted. I've always lived my life thinking that, I really shouldn't care about money. And, some come, some go, and that's the way it is. But really, I should care about it because my parents are working their butts off to put food on my table, and here I am with some of the most amazing things in the world. I have an actual drum set. I have a guitar and a bass. I have a piano downstairs. God knows how much that costs. And some people dream to have stuff like that. My thing is that we shouldn't take financial stuff for granted because money doesn't really come easily. It's something that is earned through hard work, and some of us work our butts off in many ways that no one else can see. So if you see someone that's struggling financially, you should help them out. Sometimes it's one of the greatest kindnesses you can do. Maybe some of us struggle with stereotypes. This can be both ethnical stereotypes, racial stereotypes, but a lot of us don't really know how to act with those kind of things because we're always trying to fit in, we're trying to be accepted. For me, whenever someone made a stereotypical joke about being black, I'd always find it funny, how I was supposed to be good at basketball. Literally, people would tell me that, hey, you must be pretty good at basketball. I remember that happening at a grad party, and they would always pass the ball to me thinking that I know what to do. Newsflash, I suck at basketball. And I remember someone telling me one day that Christians sometimes stereotypes exist because they're true. And I thought that was one of the craziest and most, I won't say hurtful, but one of the most astonishing things I've heard in a long time. To me, you're not what other people define you to be. You set your own path and you carve your own goals. And it's only your choice to live up to a stereotype. There are many challenges that we face as human beings, and some that we have to push through. As I said, some people struggle financially, some people struggle with fitting in, some people struggle with getting jobs, some people have family issues, some people have medical issues. We take stuff like that for granted all the time. But I think there's one thing that we can all agree on that is one of the most painful things that you will ever go through, in your life. And that's relationships. When I say relationships, I mean the general broad topic. I'm talking both friendships, acquaintanceships, and even significant others. When things go right in relationships, they're one of the greatest things in the world, but when they go wrong, it's hurtful. And it's one of the most painful things you'll ever go through. Let's take friendships, for example. Everyone's definition of a friend is different. For some, it's as easy as meeting each other for the first time in class, and after the first day, you can call each other friends. It's that simple. For others, it takes them months, maybe even years before they even consider you a friend. And that's okay. We're all born different, and we all have our own different mindsets from different experiences. But the common ground is this. A friend isn't defined by the most enjoyable moments that you have or the most memorable moments that you have, or how much you hang out every week. That's not what defines a friend. A friend is defined when hardships come, when someone's in trouble, or when you have a disagreement on something, when you argue about something. Maybe one of you hurts the other. No matter how much pain one goes through, either because of the other person or not because of the other person, a friend is defined in the moments of crisis, when trouble comes and when bad things, bad stuff happen, and it tries to sever the bond that you have. You don't let it. That's what defines a friend. And it takes time to find people like that. It's not immediate. I've had multiple experiences where people befriended me to get what they wanted, and after they got that, they were done. I've had multiple experiences where I tried to reach out to others and they wouldn't let me. And it hurts. It's very painful. It's given me depression, it's given me anxiety, and it hurts, but that's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to help you persevere and become a better person, knowing that there's something greater for you out there. And one of the more harder ones to face is when you're talking about a significant other. Embarking on those kinds of relationships is one of the greatest things you'll ever experience in life. And at the same time, it'll be one of the most hurtful things and most painful things you'll ever experience in life. Maybe even the most painful thing you'll ever experience in life. The reason I wanted to talk about this, why I can talk about this so openly, is because I've been through it. And I know for a fact that a lot of you my age have been through it as well. Those of you who are older have probably gone through it a plethora of times. And those who are younger, maybe not so much, but it's not something that should be hidden. It's not something that should be kept secret. We all like another person. We all want to be in those kinds of relationships, to have a significant other in our life. It's something that we all want. It's natural. It's nothing to hide or be ashamed from. We all want to be loved, the same way that we choose to love them. And one of the most hurtful things that you can go through when it comes to wanting a significant other is when you have such strong and such passionate feelings for someone else, but they don't feel that way towards you. It can blind you, make you say things sometimes you regret to say, or keep nudging and urging, doing your best to stay optimistic that one day, they'll see you the same way you see them. And when they don't do it on your time, and when they don't do it when you think that they will do it, it hurts. And sometimes it forms a demon in your head, telling you that you're not good enough, or you suck. They'll never like you. And truly, it really is one of the most painful things you'll ever experience. But again, that's how it's meant to be. Not all relationships are perfect. And it takes a really, really long time for most of us to find the greatest friends and the one person who will complete you, your other half, your significant other, the one you may spend the rest of your life with. It takes time and it takes patience. But when you hear stuff like, they'll never like you or they'll never accept you, never beat yourself up about it, because that's the demon in your head. The demon in your head tells you that you are worth nothing or you're not worth their time. And some of us listen to that demon and we fall into a pool of depression and sadness, anxiety, and it's hard to come out of it. The reason I say this is because I've been in that pool before. Sometimes I still feel like I'm in that pool, and I wonder if I ever will get out. But I'm here to tell you guys today that no matter what you're going through, whether it be relationship problems, financial problems, no matter what challenge you face, no matter what wall you have to climb over, the only person who can ever stop you from climbing those walls is you. This happened to me yesterday. I was walking into my bathroom with the lights turned off. I was in an emotional whirlpool again, and I felt so much anxiety. I was starting to get depressed, and I felt like I might have had another panic attack. And then I remember tripping and falling into my bathtub. And in there I saw nothing but darkness. I couldn't see. And what I saw when I was sitting in my bathtub was just this corridor of dark, empty space. And all that darkness was all the challenges I faced. And I sat there in that dark corridor just thinking about all of the things that I thought were holding me back. I like this girl, but she doesn't like me back. My dreams seem almost impossible to achieve. Will I ever become successful in life, or will I be just like every other average person? And what I saw at the end of my bathroom or my corridor was a slightly open door. And there was a light. There was a light at this door. And I got up out of the bathtub and I walked towards the light, opened the door. When I opened the door, the light was really, really dim. Only lit a small area. But the thing is that I control that light. I control whether it only lights a tiny area or it can set ablaze to an entire hallway, an entire room, an entire house, an entire mindset. So I controlled that light. Because I knew that I was worth it. And no one could take that away from me but myself. Just like you guys. There's a light at the end of your dark corridor that when you walk to it, you can control. And it'll light up the entire castle, the entire hallway, and it'll give you a new mindset, but only if you let it. Never listen to the demon in your head, because when you listen to the demon, you let others win and you always lose. Remember that you are worth it, and that these things take time. They're painful and they're tough, and everyone goes through them. Just remember that you're never alone. Some of us have significant others we can run to in times of need. If you have that, that's awesome. But if you don't, that doesn't mean you aren't loved. Even if that love seems dim now, there are always people there for you. You have to find them. You have to be optimistic. And if anything else, there's one person who will always love you, and that's you. By the middle of my senior year in high school, I grew to be a really strong pessimist. I looked down on a lot of people, but then I realized that everyone goes through different challenges and I'm not the only one. So that's why I wanted to share this message with you guys, because you should know that you're worth it, you're great, you're amazing. You are the most unique person in this world. There's no one else like you. And don't let the demon or anybody else take that away from you. There are blessings and greatness waiting in for your life. You just have to learn to be patient. When you are patient, it makes the greatest moments of your life that much sweeter. My name is Christian Charlie, and I suffer from moments of depression, of anxiety, of loneliness, and of sadness. Just like you. And I am so happy to be the person that I am. Now the question is, are you?